Welcome to Nothing's Personal, where we take everything personal. My name is Chris, and today is a very, very special episode. It's going to be our 100th episode, and today we have here in our little
man cave.
New studio.
New recording location.
Alternate studio.
Alternate studio.
Alternate studio.
We got Louie.
Yes, sir.
And we got you guys may recognize him from a past episode. We got Gerardo here with us.
So what's up?
What's
Mr.
up?
Cool, man. Got the shades on.
Got the shades
Indoor
on.
shades.
I didn't even notice that.
Porn director.
No. It's all softcore.
All softcore.
Like,
It's like 8-bit. You know how 8-bit blur?
no, that's terrible.
I know what you're talking about.
I recall a bit.
Well, Chris, I watch anime.
we locked out. We're like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's terrible. Anyways, yeah, so it's the representation of the number 100 episode. We got the number 1 and then 2 zeros over here. We should have all stood next to each other for the. Make sure we do it for the thumbnail. We get the number 100.
I'm outlining the little.
That's a bad thing because, like, growing up, I used to always get that. Like, Chelsea was skinny.
Yeah.
Like, me and her walking around, like, oh, look, number 10.
Oh no.
Bad. I was like, damn, I'm gonna go cry now. I'd be like, fuck the number 10. I hated number 10. Fuck Messi and Zidane.
That is funny.
That's just funny.
I have a.
Trauma's hilarious, right?
I mean, it's what makes us interesting, you know. I've met people with like no trauma and they're
You
boring.
good though?
I'm
Your body
boring.
dysmorphic now.
That's not a good thing.
I'm
Nah.
body. I got body dysmorphia.
Who you?
You?
No, I'm saying.
Oh.
Oh, you're saying that's what people say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a real thing because I feel like that's more of a real thing when people are like skinny and they don't like their bodies. Oh, I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
I think it goes both ways.
Because I feel like I've heard people be like, oh my, and especially like, I know some people who are like really fit, but they're like want to be like even more fit or like bigger.
Yeah.
Like people who work out, they're athletic, but they want to be like swole, like gym rats, and they'll be like, oh my body, I'm so small, I'm so this and that. I'll be like, bro, you're normal as fuck. You're actually athletic, like you're like in the top 5% of athleticism.
Now that you think about it, it's like you kind of do see it in people like that are like more. In
Who are,
shape.
yeah, you see it. Well, I'm not saying more.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure like.
I feel like if
Probably
you're
tougher.
overweight, it's kind of more normalized to be like, oh, I don't like how I look.
Yeah.
So
And
maybe
peop-
that's why it sticks
And I
out.
feel like nowadays people are like, oh, it's like you can't be too mean to those people, you know?
Hey, yeah, for real, you shouldn't. What do you mean? What are those little air quotes for, huh?
No, because like
What are
I
those
don't
little
know
air
if-
quotes for?
Can
Hey,
we
why are we
just-
sitting over here? You sitting over there, huh?
he put us where the I-beams are at.
He will make sure it's like a lot of strength right here.
Like strength.
He used the stud finder on the floor.
Before make sure ain't nothing caking, creaking or nothing like that. No, like I like on like on TikTok you see like these things where let's say like a girl who's like posting about her body positivity and she's like a bigger girl, you know?
Yeah.
Or like she's like just doing a normal video and then like under there like all the girls are like slay, like all
Yeah,
that.
hyping her up.
Hyping her up.
Yeah.
But then like a girl who's like relatively good looking posts like a video and there's like girls hating on it. Like, you know, she like looks more in shape.
Nah.
And it's like
I don't know if that's correlation.
I don't know.
I feel like people just be haters. I don't think that's correlated to what the other thing is. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I don't know. Internet.
I feel like maybe this conversation is out of our we're out of our depth in this conversation. I'm fat and I'm okay with it. There's some things like, you know, my knees crick a little bit. I wish that didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what's the worst word to be called?
No. Okay, no, first of all, he said what's the worst word to be called?
What is it? What-
As
I
a
think-
fat, like as a fat person?
As a fat person?
Uh-huh.
What do you think?
I don't think. Okay, first of all, I don't think fat jokes are funny.
Yeah.
I think
The
fatso.
only way. Fatso is funny. It's not.
I
You know,
think it's just so goofy.
yeah, it don't hurt. It wouldn't hurt my feelings like, hey, fatso. I'd just be confused.
That's like a goofy thing to
It
say.
is goofy. No.
Hey, fatso.
So okay, first I would say that I don't think fat jokes are funny when people who either people who don't really know what being fat is, or people who just make like random ass fat jokes, right? It's not funny, but I think fat jokes are funny when they're really intricate.
Yeah.
Like when they're really specific,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Fuck, I do that," or like, "All right," it is like, you're like right now we're joking about being fat, like heavy breathing and shit, because we're fat, so we know what it is, right? And there's this dude named Paige Kennedy. I don't know if you know. You know him? He came on the show Blue Mountain State, and he used to be fatter, I guess, and then he lost some weight. Yeah. And so then he would always make this joke on Twitter where he was like, he was saying something like fat people like. He always reference like you're picking at your shirt all day. So you'd be like always like adjusting your shirt and shit. Like that's true. That's just funny. That's funny because I'm like, dang, that's a good one. Like we do be doing that. Ventilation. Yeah,
I've even seen it like go on beyond that. Like some guys I've seen like who like used to be fat. Yeah. And they like they lost a lot of weight, and then they're like. The constant struggle of still doing
Well, I mean, it's just being comfortable.
Yeah. It's funny when like
when you're flat. When you're flat, the shirt doesn't get stuck in places, you know, so you don't have to do that. But you know, if you're even a little bit chubby, it's getting stuck somewhere.
New fat people are funny.
That's bad.
New
fat so like people. I've been fat my whole life.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So like, okay, so let me tell a story. Let me tell a story. The new fats. It's like you know, like when a rich person is like they've always been rich. Yeah. It's like a person who just got rich. They're like, ugh. That's how it is with being fat. Like I see a person, I'll be like, you're out of pocket right now. You're acting like you're skinny, but you're not.
You're like,
there's like some decorum when you're fat. You know, like you have to be aware of things. There's certain things you're not supposed to do, you know? But one funny story that I have is we used to always play like football, and like even though I've always been fat, like you know, I always been athletic for that size, right? Yeah. So we would play pickup football, you know, whatever, 7-on-7 type shit, you know, or two-hand touch, sometimes even tackle, but whatever. So one time, like after high school, one of my friends or some guy that I knew from school, had gained like a lot of weight. And he probably went from being like, I would say 150, 160 to like 240. Yeah. Like in a year or two after high school.
Lord
so
that was bad too.
So we're playing football, right?
Stick it up, man.
so we're playing football, and I got there late, so I was like, oh, you know, I'll jump in later. But anyways, I got there, they're playing, and then he's like running a route, right? And he used to be like, I guess, semi-athletic enough because he was thinner and, you know, kind of lanky. Yeah. So he's running and throwing him the ball, and then like he stops, turns around, and he like jumps. Like he jumps and he goes like backwards. So when he jumps and like goes backwards, like he only gets like this much off the ground. And the ball's like fucking like 6 feet from like where his hands. I'm like, if he would have just kept running, like he could have caught it. But I guess like in his mind, he could still like jump up and go get it. Yeah. No, bud. Gravity done caught up with you. And like I feel like when you're always been that size and you are active or you do anything, you already adjusted. You already mentally adjusted.
You know your
limits.
You know your limits. You know what you. You gotta turn a certain way. When you're walking into the doorway, you automatically You time your steps. You time your steps to where when you turn that step, you're already at an angle in the doorway. So it's seamless like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a lot of man.
And someone who's new is like walking and they're like, oh fuck, you know, not me. I'm ready.
Oh, they buy like the shirts.
It's like a second. Oh yeah, you buy your shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they buy like shirts with like. I don't know. They buy socks with like designs, bro. That shit's gonna be stretched, dog. Like, ankle and lower, ankle crew no show. You can't even wear no show because then you're gonna have your feet swelling and shit.
You're gonna have them little.
You can't have like high. I can't wear like high socks. Yeah. And Nike be like long as fuck.
Can't be super stretched.
That would just be like a dash at that point. It don't even curve no more at the end. It's just like it's just like it's bad.
Straight line.
So you gotta know how.
You gotta know how to adjust.
What are some
key factors?
Well, let's say this for our new fats out there.
The new fats.
What are some? Drop some knowledge. Drop some key. Like what's some shit that you know because you've been in this game for a while.
Yeah, go
drop
for
some
comfort.
Tip.
Right?
Comfort.
I would say comfort.
That's true.
Don't try to squeeze into your old clothes. Like,
that's true. That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? Just take it. You know what I'm saying? Take it on the chin. And, go up.
You gotta accept it.
Pop the egg.
Accept it. Yeah, you gotta.
Accept it. Stop trying to put that shirt on, bro.
Yeah, pop that X, bro.
X ain't nothing, bro. XXX tentacion. Nah, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. It's okay.
I had a thing written down here since we were talking about
being overweight.
Yeah,
Obesity.
it has to do with eating. I was thinking about this and I was
100.
100?
100 chicken nuggets. That's my limit. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, hell nah.
Nah, I think we did it before.
Easy.
I think we did that competition before.
Competition.
Nah, I don't know. I think I could probably put down like a good 60.
Nah, no way.
I could do like
Nuggets?
I knocked down 20, but that's it.
Oh, you're
like
lightweight,
25,
bud.
maybe.
You got blonde hair.
He just said 25.
Why you tripping, I'm putting down 60. No fries, no nothing.
Then I'll get nauseous before anything.
Yeah, but I'm a competitor.
Me, nah, even
I'm a competitor,
even
right?
forcing it
Yeah.
25.
Okay. 60.
Nah, no way.
Oh, I could do 40 for sure.
Yeah, I could see you doing 40 easily.
Let's
I'm
see
trying
right
to
now.
see. Sometimes people who are not fat like be eating.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, I have a couple
Yeah.
friends.
Those
who
be the
like-
new fats. Those
So I'll be like soon.
No,
I'll be like,
they
I'll be
just
like,
eat it,
hey,
they don't gain
yeah, yeah.
I send them an email like, hey, new membership, sign up here. Sign up for our what's the shit called? Sign up for our union. We have a union.
Union.
We're gonna sue all the hip surgery doctors.
No, so this thing was saying how I was wondering. I was like, is it weird? Okay, is this like everybody after you eat like let's say like a chips or like wings or finger foods? Is it weird to lick your fingers after?
If you're at home, I don't think so. But you're in
I feel
public.
like when you're at home, just be nasty.
Around your friends. Like let's say you go out
In
let's say you
public.
eat wings.
Well, see, look, here's one of these things about being fat. You gotta be You gotta be conscious.
Yeah,
You gotta be conscious.
yeah,
If I'm over here licking my fingers and shit,
yeah,
everybody's judging the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
yeah.
Cause I'm fat, right?
Yeah, they are.
Off the
Alright.
bat.
Saying off the rip. If I was a skinny person, I feel like, yeah, go ahead. No one's gonna really, you know what I'm saying?
Probably really hungry.
Unless you like going like, I mean, it depends also like how deep you are, like how much,
like-
like how much finger is going in your mouth.
The first little like
The
crease.
first digit, like
Yeah,
the first,
Yeah,
like see how you have a little knuckle here, knuckle here.
yeah, yeah.
This first part,
Yeah, yeah.
that's a lot.
Huh?
I feel like just the tip,
Oh.
Yo.
just a fingertip,
Okay.
just a fingertip, like just a little like. Also, like where you're at. Like if you're on a bench, imagine if you're like on a bus,
I think you're
like
gonna
a
lick your
metro
fingers
bus.
just to lick off the excess so you can wipe the rest down. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're not gonna be sucking on your finger. You know
I'll be all that.
Or like a little like a Dorito, you know,
Little powder.
little Dorito powder.
I think if you're at home,
When I was younger, like probably like preteens, one thing mom used to always get on to me about that I used to always do
Yeah.
is like do this,
Oh yeah, you're crazy.
like in my gums.
Yeah.
Cause like you eat like Cheetos or like cookies and stuff, sometimes it gets like in your gums.
Yeah.
And I used to be like my finger and like get it.
throw it away. Or you
No, eat
I was
it.
about to-
It was bad.
I was about to-
Yeah, my mom used to be like, "Ew, don't do that," and I'm like, "It's already in my mouth. Like, what do you want me to do?"
Hey yo.
No, it's already.
Let's not clip these things.
No, we're close.
What's in this water?
Timestamp it. No, I was saying that because I think I am one of those people.
You lick your fingers?
Oh yeah.
You're dirty, bro.
I think if you don't care, you don't care. You know?
No, but
Jeez Louise, bro.
no, but I noticed like let's say
There's COVID out here and monkeypox.
I go out to like eat wings. Eating wings is different because it gets a little bit more sloppy.
Hey, this is a weird conversation we're having. It's a lot of trigger words in here.
It's a little
No, I
sloppy.
get you. I get what you're saying.
So sometimes I hit it, you know, with the napkin, you know, after.
But then you be
after
getting
all sloppy.
sad, like you didn't want to waste that.
It did look a little tasty.
You be like, that
you
shit
know?
like, yeah. I feel like it depends. I feel like if you're on a date
Yeah.
yeah,
with like a girl don't really know you,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Or
don't
like
like,
a
you don't want to lick your finger.
sophisticated
Or if you're like in public with like acquaintances,
Yeah.
people who aren't your
Oh,
like
yeah.
like me and him go somewhere, like me and him eating wings.
Y'all get
Everything
down.
in.
We get it down. I don't give a fuck. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You
The cup
sucking
is
all
gonna be
fingers, huh?
greasy. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But like if I want someone like my coworkers who I know but I don't like no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm not for licking my finger. Then I'm gonna get roasted if someone calls me out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn, coach.
You hungry?
Hey, hungry ass. Damn, now I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
You meal prepping?
You can tell he ain't a new fat.
He a been fat.
Yeah, OG.
He an OG.
No, yeah, I think it's definitely like depends on where you're at and who you're around. I feel like you at home, you probably fucking it up. You probably looking at your palm.
Yeah, I have.
I've gotten in there.
I've got in there. I've had the honey mustard dripping out.
The third knuckle, you know.
I've been knuckle deep.
When I'm home alone, I get to the third knuckle.
Yeah. The thumb?
The thumb, I'll be in there.
You popping your cheek?
What? What?
I don't know.
What?
Hey, yo, what was that? Anyways, this fast forward. I think the timer went up. Why were you thinking about that?
Why are we talking about licking fingers? You were just
No,
worried
'cause
about him?
I was sitting in my my.
He was sitting in his car,
I was
licking
sitting
his
in
palms.
I was sitting in a break room and I was eating some chips, and then I wash my hands, before I eat something.
Oh, okay.
So my hands were clean. I was eating some chips and I had a little like residue on my fingers.
You thought about it, but then you
I kind of
do
looked,
your
kinda
conscious.
looked around and was like, "Is this like? It's just like? would I
Is
be
this
looked at-"
allowed?
Yeah, I was like, would I be looked at funny? Like, I don't know if these people are.
Yeah,
like,
I
the
think
same
you
as me.
would. I think in that situation, yes.
Yeah.
Like if I walk into like the break room, like I'm just walking in, I just see a dude like, I'm like,
I'll be like, that's some good ass chips.
I'm like, bro, the shit's it's 50 cents. Go get another bag.
No, yeah. Then I looked at it. I was like, nah, and I kind of hit it with like the.
Okay,
You
little.
know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you feel like damn.
I was like, dang, it was a little thick. I wanted
Like
to,
I think
I want to
Hit your
scrape
jeans.
it off with my teeth.
Hit your
I
jeans
think
a little bit.
I think I was probably the only thing that I would say is like maybe chips, but I don't even eat chips a lot. But you're like a
Yeah.
chip fiend.
Yeah.
Oh, you like chips like that?
Yeah. His shit. It's bad.
There was this one time I was in the corner store like 11, 12, like midnight almost. I'm standing there and I'm like trying to decide what kind of chip I want. Tell me why the dude running the store, I don't even go to that store anymore because it made me so mad. He looked at me and goes, "It all looks good, huh?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" I was standing
You
there
really like
I was
chips.
standing there like 10 minutes trying to decide. Yeah, so I kind of stopped going to that place because I
You
felt
judged
really
you? You felt
embarrassed.
judged?
I felt very like I feel embarrassed, like not that much, but that time was like really bad. I was embarrassed.
I mean,
Yeah, fucking
he
asshole.
knew his customers. He was
Yeah.
trying to hype you up.
Yeah,
He was trying to get you to buy more
And
than
he's
one type
there-
of chips.
He's there every time I'm there, and I'm
He
like,
probably lives there.
yeah, he probably does.
Every time you go in, like, you know what chips you want?
You'd be like, "Hey, what's up, Chippy?
He's like, what you looking for today?
Chips again? Chips again?
Chips again.
Chips again, man? Come on."
Chips again?
Nah,
Come
I
on.
try not to, but
I don't know. Chris is a demon. If you have some chips in your house, you don't want him to eat. You gotta hide them.
yeah,
He gonna eat them.
Oh,
They won't be stale. He'll eat them.
yeah. I'll like chew
Like,
on them.
think of a chip that you think is disgusting. Like you won't like that chip.
Probably Funyuns.
Oh, my favorite one, bro.
Like they straight, but it's just like it's too much.
Now them spicy Funyuns,
He's
the hot
spicy
Funyuns,
He's
yeah.
hot
go
Funyuns.
crazy.
I don't like them. I think they're nasty.
I love them.
He'll eat anything in a chip bag. It can be
I'll
pop.
eat it.
If you
I'll eat
like
it.
popcorn, he'll be eating that.
You leave a
like
Cheeto
the
puff
popcorn.
thing open, I'll eat it, bro. I'll let my saliva go into it.
Oh, like the Cheeto balls? You know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah.
Cheeto puff balls?
And they
Chris
can
be
be
eating those
stale,
little.
bro, I don't
Hey, Chris
care.
be eating those little vegetable stick chips.
I eat those.
He eats those. He be like, "These ones are good." I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah.
Anything in an aluminum bag, Chris is fucking it up.
Hey, my mom used to buy those. I used to throw some Valentina on it, bro. I'd eat it like that.
Hey,
The
he's-
vegetable chips.
The vegetable chips. And he was
For
still
what?
fucking them up. I'm like,
But it
nah.
makes sense.
I'm not a big chip person.
Yeah, I'm
But when I
so-so.
do, like I do be, you know what I'm saying? But here's my thing. Here's what I try to do. I limit the chip to 2 fingers.
Yeah, I do that too.
Because I feel like if I'm not licking 5
Oh, nah,
fingers.
sometimes I use all 4 of them sometimes.
You just be like,
You wild.
I just like, I
You
grab
know-
2 and if
you
I
know who's
grab
like that?
Des?
Yeah.
She got that dog in her.
She's
She
like,
got that
wow.
dog in
She
her.
got that dog in her. No, that's anything I eat with my fingers. I try.
Yeah, that's how I
try
am.
to just do 2 feet.
You know what? There's one thing that's impossible to eat, like with any dignity. Popcorn.
Where you going with that?
Oh, yeah.
okay,
Where you
yeah.
going with
Popcorn.
this? What we talking? What we talking about? Glizzy? Goblin?
In public? I went to a baseball game. He was like,
my boy was scarfing down.
you say you eating a glizzy in public? Nah,
You gotta break it. You gotta break it.
shout out to Dollar Dogs or whatever the fuck that shit was.
You gotta break it in fours.
What was it? $1?
Yeah.
Dollar Dog Night
Dogs,
at
You seen a
Astros.
dude that was at the fair and this girl giving him like that 14-inch
Oh,
glizzy.
The guy was like, "Hey yo,
Hey, yo.
Nah, I was gonna say popcorn.
Yeah.
Popcorn, you can just no way to eat it. Popcorn is literally just doing this to your face.
Yeah, dude.
How do you eat popcorn without doing this?
No, you're right. I can't do the one at a time.
You
Nah.
can't.
It's
There's
not-
no one.
it's-
There's
doesn't-
no way. Who eats popcorn like
It
that?
doesn't make sense.
You have to eat it like
Psychopath.
this. Like
Yeah.
you're like you put it. It's like a pile, right?
Yeah.
And you go like this, and then you're like it gets smaller and smaller, and then you're taking your
Yeah.
palm.
No, when I mess with popcorn, I whip out the 3, bro.
3 fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But you
had
can only
to.
get like 3 popcorns at a
I
time.
throw the fourth one
Have
in there
to,
every
bro.
now and then.
Nah, it's hard. I don't know. Like the other day I was eating popcorn. I was like, how do you eat this other than?
I max go 3 fingers. You know.
No. You're an idiot.
God damn.
That I
It's
think
attention in
it's
here, bro.
bad. It's bad. And then popcorn, like you be leaving all your lips and like all this little part of the beard right here, greasy. It be greasy. I said popcorn, fool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, my bad.
Man, y'all different out here today. Y'all different. What's in this cups over here?
I was telling you, there's attention in here, bro. Something happened.
It's the lighting in this building.
Too bright.
I think so.
It's the what does the other guy say? The this is my vibe. This is some kind of my vibe in here.
Yeah, it is a vibe in here.
Feng shui.
Yeah, man. So that's pretty interesting.
So I have this story.
Interesting
I
theory
wrote it
about
down.
licking your fingers.
I was just
After what?
Go, you have a story. Why is he laughing?
Stupid. I have a story. It's kind of dark, but I was thinking about it because it was like, why did this happen? It was like, so I was in high school and one of my science teachers had a friend who had cancer.
I remember.
And do you know what teacher was?
No.
Okay. And I guess we were learning about that time, like that section in science, whatever. I guess it was like biology or something. And she brought him in to talk about like his treatments, his chemo, and like he was giving up like spinal fluid and all that kind of stuff. And he was just telling us like how the pain was going and all that kind of stuff. And we were kind of like, wow, like we're like getting into it, you know, like hey, he's a good guy too and all that.
Yeah.
2 weeks later,
He's
she
dead.
hits us with he passed away. And I was like, what?
He didn't make it. Actually, from coming to this class.
Actually, after he left from here, he got sick.
Died.
One of you motherfuckers.
One of y'all
sneezed on him.
pre-COVID. Kids was dirty.
Yeah.
Kids are really clean, actually. For the most part, they're cleaner. Cause I taught for 2 years before COVID. I was in a building,
Oh yeah.
so I know what it was like pre-COVID. It's like 9/11.
Huh? Oh, pre and post.
Like pre 9/11 and post 9/11 are
Oh,
two
yeah,
different
yeah.
worlds. It's how COVID's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like one thing for me personally is I don't chew my nails no more.
Who does?
A lot of people do.
Hey, why you say it like that, bro?
I don't chew my nails.
You don't chew your nails?
Nah.
Because you live life stress free, brother.
Nah. I just,
I wanna
because
be
my
like
nails
you,
are real
bro.
hard.
Nah, before COVID, I used to chew like not like just bite. Nah, I wouldn't just bite my nails,
Yeah.
but I would like they would get a little bit longer, or like I'll bite them off. And sometimes I'll get the the little skins around and all that
You
shit.
didn't have to say that, bro.
I used to do all that, right? And it was just a bad habit. I don't know.
I'm with it all.
I'm with all that.
I'm with all that.
Get me lit.
Give me lit.
But but when I guess with COVID, like wearing a mask, like when I was at work, fucking 12 hours a day sometimes.
Yeah.
Always wearing a mask. I just kind of broke that habit, and now I gotta cut my fucking nails like twice a week,
Like a normal person.
like a normal person.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh man, I gotta cut them.
Damn, they grow so quick.
I have a nail clipper in my office, in my classroom, and I have like one in the living room, like one in the restroom, like one in my room.
Hey, it's not that big, bro.
Yeah, just cause I'm like, oh, I need to cut my nails, and I need to do it like right now. It's weird.
Hey,
It's a
no,
weird
wait.
thing.
No, I'm still a frequent nail biter. I think it's because like I'd be like getting anxious and stuff.
Yeah, same. A lot of people who have anxiety.
Yeah.
One of my coworkers, like, he bites his shit down like to the nail bed, like it's bad.
I've gotten better, but I mean, like right now, like I think even today, like I was like biting, you know, like before, like.
My baby does that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she be biting her shit.
The little one.
Yeah.
Oh well, she's still a baby. It's a bad habit. It's a bad habit because you can fuck your shit up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
she got crackhead nails. Right
but
now.
that's a fucked up story.
Yeah,
About your cancer patient. As a teacher, I would never.
I don't know why.
I would never think of exposing my students to like trauma unnecessarily.
Yeah, it's
like,
so weird.
Maybe he promised him that he would go to the class one day and he would run out of time.
Like unnecessarily, just expose my children to trauma, like because they kids get what do you call it? Kids get attacked, like they get involved. What's it called? Not involved.
Like imprinted.
No.
I don't know, bro.
Imprinted.
I don't know, bro.
What's the word? Like they're easily like impressed upon. You know
Influenced.
Influence. Something like that. You know, they get damn, what's the fucking word? Whatever, they get attached to things easily. They're children. So yeah, that's kind of a weird thing to do.
I don't know why she broke that to her. She could have just not told us.
She could have just not told y'all.
We would never known.
I've done that before. I've like not told kids
Then
things.
the truth.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
They don't have to know that, you know. But I think one of my coworkers the other day was when because this was the last week was the first week of school, and so we do a lot of like get to know you, introduction, icebreaker shit. And one of the other teachers was telling me how he mentioned that his dog died like 2 weeks ago. And he said all the kids were like super sad about it, and I was like, "Yeah, bro, why the fuck were you telling that?" Like, that's a really sad thing to say. So yeah, telling your students like, "Hey, yeah, you know that guy you met 2 weeks ago? He is dead." That's
Gary?
so unnecessary.
Remember Gary, the guy
Remember Gary?
I had a great
Yeah,
time
yeah.
with? He died.
Yeah, he's not with us no more.
That's bad. That's almost on top of being like, I remember when I was a senior, I had a teacher. She was going through a divorce, and every day she told us about it. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck, ma'am. I'm just learning comics.
Wait, as a student?
As a student, she would always mention like, oh yeah, I'm going through a divorce, so and this and this.
She was trying to get some.
Trying to throw it out
To
there.
the class, to the class, like that.
She was trying to.
Hey,
that's
She was trying to
terrible.
let him know
She was
that she was available.
She was with it all and whatever she was.
I'm with all that.
With all that.
That's bad.
It's bad. I mean, why else? Why is she saying it?
What's she saying?
I'm not gonna lie. One of my teachers that she used to be my teacher, and now I work with her.
Yeah.
And the other day, she went to a different school, and she came back, and she was like, "Oh hi, blah blah." And me and my other coworker, like, we both were her students.
Yeah.
So we both went there, and we both teach there again. And she went back to that school, and we saw her with, "Oh hey, how you been?" Blah blah. She was really cool. She was like one of my favorite teachers. And then she was like, "Oh, you guys are so handsome now, this and that." Like, she was like in between us.
Yeah.
And we were like, "Oh, cool, yeah." And then she was like, "Yeah, I always said this school had the."
Ain't no way.
Yes.
Ain't no way, bro.
Stop right there, bro.
She was like,
the lady fired.
"I always said this school had the best looking kids," and I was like,
What?
All right, man.
Pretend you didn't see that.
That was weird. It was real awkward after that.
Yeah.
Nah, I had a teacher who had cancer before. Like, she got it like afterward, like maybe like 2 or 3 years after I graduated.
Yeah.
But I knew because obviously mom worked with her. So I went back. Well, she had told me, and I was like, "Oh man, I have to go see her," you know, before she dies. No, I'm not like if she dies, like I don't want to, you know. So I went to go see her with one of my other friends that
I was
we were.
about to say something so bad.
One of my friends. One of my friends that we both were students, so we went, and she had breast cancer. So I think she had by the time
No,
we.
I can't say my bad. I'm just trying. I'm playing it in my head to make it seem like, well, did it sound right? But no matter how I phrase it, it's not gonna sound
No
right.
matter. But anyways, she had just got surgery or whatever to get it removed, and we went and we were talking to her about that, and it was so funny because like I remember specifically in her class one time we were doing a presentation,
Yeah.
and I mean I was in all AP classes, and in those classes.
Louie.
I was like the only person that like looked like me, you know. And so there was another kid that was like, he was it'd be like him and me, like the only like boys like males of color,
Yeah.
right? And he was black. So one time he was doing a presentation, and this I'm gonna date myself a little bit. So we had to play a song and then like interpret that song. It would have to be like a social movement. It was for social studies, and he was gonna play a song from his PSP.
Okay.
So he's like looking up the song, and he accidentally plays like a Lupe Fiasco. I don't even know what song it is.
Yeah.
Lupe Fiasco, and I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh, you listen to that? Oh, I like that." And she's like, "What is?" She's like, "What was it?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a song. It's the rapper." She goes, "Oh, I don't like rap." Da 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 and that. And I was like, "What?" And me and her were cool, so I was like, "Oh, what? No, rap is good." Da da da. So I was like, "Look, he's a good rapper. You would like him. He's like conscious or whatever." So then like I had burned a CD. And it was Lupe Fiasco, so I gave her the disc.
Love tracks.
I gave her like, look, listen to. I think it was the Cool. I was like a sophomore or junior, so the Cool had just came out, which is like the best album he had, right? Yeah. So I gave her to her. I was like, look, you didn't like it. It's like a political and shit, da da. And then like when I went back to see her, this was like when I was a sophomore or junior.
She had dreads.
So it's like 5. She was woke. She got woke. No, she was like. So like 5 years later,
you changed the course of that woman's life.
She got better.
There's a black face on the wall.
She had a little ankh wooden necklace. It was a white lady. A white lady that was pro-black. That's terrible. That'd have been worse.
It was a white lady though?
It's a white lady. So
then you created, bro.
Listen. So, like 5 years after that, obviously she had got cancer. I went to go see her, and she started telling me about how like, she's like, hey, you know, remember you a long time ago you gave me a CD about so and so this and that, and she was telling me, and we're talking about, she was telling me how like, she would go to chemo and just like listen to music the whole time while she was there, and then she actually listened to that. And she's like, yeah, and I really liked it, and da-da-da, this and that. And she started telling me, like, how she was getting it. And so this is, like, 5 years later, so, like, Lupe Fiasco had released, like, new music. Yeah. And she was like, yeah, I really like him, and I saw his interviews that he did, and da-da-da, this and that. I was like, dang, that's kind of cool. It was kind of a cool story.
She had him on her...
I saved her life with Lupe Fiasco.
She had him on her Make-A-Wish thing.
She's not a kid. Oh. She was, like, in her mid-30s, already 40. You're bad.
She a groupie hoe now?
It would be funny if she guys.
Did she make it out or what?
Nah, she as far as I know, I haven't talked to her in a while, but or known anything about her, but she doesn't work at that school no more. So yeah, since last time I checked, she was alive.
Okay.
She may survive because of Lupe Fiasco.
Probably. I was still replaying him.
You know what's funny?
I'll tell you guys off.
You know what's funny? Because we talk about this cancer story, and like Gerardo had cancer.
Yeah.
You know, no comments?
Nah.
I know. I've told that story many times.
Yeah, I already.
I think it's funny, like how nonchalant he is about it.
Yeah.
And I tell people about that, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, he did. I forgot about that." Like Henry.
Yeah.
I mentioned to him the other day. Oh yeah. He's like, "Oh what? Oh yeah, you're right. He did."
And then didn't Henry say he went?
He went to the hospital.
He was right there.
He's the one who gave it to you?
He sneezed on me.
Nah, I remember the other day we were playing King's Cup.
Yeah.
Like a few months ago, we were playing like King's Cup, and then like it's like one of the cards is like Never Have I Ever.
Yeah.
So like Gerardo already had like one finger, and then it was my turn. I was like, how can I get Gerardo out? And I was like, Never Have I Ever, and then I started laughing. I'm laughing uncontrollably. Everybody was like, what? Like, what were you going to say? And then I was like, nah, I'm not going to say it. It was bad. And then everybody goes, you were going to say have cancer? I was like, yeah, I was going to say that. But he be always trying to get me out. He be like, never have I ever been on an airplane. I was like, bitch.
I be hating.
You be hating. Anyways.
Wait, does that like offend you? Like if somebody like throws a joke about like that?
Nah, I done the worst.
He didn't die. I mean, it didn't. Well, how do you think?
No,
do you think having cancer? He was fucking balling out.
No, I mean some people might.
It was a positive. Do you think it was a positive in your life?
No.
You think it made? No. I'm saying like.
Nah, I got really good at FIFA.
Do you think cancer had a negative effect on your life, or do you think cancer like didn't really change anything in your life?
I think it gave me like a better aspect. Where
so you appreciate it, and to some extent you appreciate it a little bit.
Yeah,
the experience.
I'm just more like easygoing. Well, I
That's
wasn't
true.
really going back. I haven't really
Now you're easy.
Easy going.
Look at the shades
With
on.
them
with the
shades,
shades.
yeah, bro.
Other day I was like, hey, is this a transitional? He's like, nah, they're always like this. I was like, hey, my bad, dog.
They stay
My
like
bad.
this,
Then for out of nowhere, a cigar came.
cigar, big ass cigar.
I mean, yeah, I think he's really cool, but I think that's why it's funny.
No, I say that because, like, you know, like, you get to a certain point of, like, with your people, with your friends or family, where, like, you can just, like, joke about, you know how they pick out, like, your insecurities or things
Yeah.
you feel really, like,
His sister,
down about.
his
you know
sister
what I mean?
used to always. So I don't know what the background behind this was, but like she was like a match for you, right, or something like that, Telly?
Oh yeah, like
She was like a match, and I don't know what it is.
like her bone marrow or something.
Yeah, so like
Yeah,
if he ever
match.
needed a transplant, like she would be the one, right?
Yeah, and so she like never got tatted.
Yeah.
I was like,
So-
bro, get tatted, bro.
So she couldn't get tattooed.
Yeah.
So then, like, every time she be mad, she'd be like, "I'm gonna get a tattoo right now."
Yeah.
So if you get cancer, you're gonna fucking die.
Yeah, like go bitch, I give a fuck.
It was so funny that I'd be like, "Damn, that's so extreme."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, it already happened. You know, you can't really. I don't really dwell on it.
It doesn't have a
Yeah, there's no.
it doesn't
point.
have an effect on you to day-to-day life
Yeah,
now.
I don't gain nothing from it. Like,
That's
I
true.
just keep going. You know, keep.
Or at least now you know what you look like when you go bald.
Huh? Yeah, I got a good head to go bald.
Yeah.
I should be all right.
Do you?
No.
Yeah.
Are you?
I
Yeah.
need
a-
a tan.
Yeah,
know,
pill
like-
head.
Pill head.
He has a pill head. It's like flat and like round on top. I don't know. It's like Osmosis
Osmosis
Jones.
Jones.
Osmosis
That's
Jones.
what I was thinking about.
With like the big one, the big
Yeah,
swole one.
the ibuprofen thing.
The ibuprofen. Yeah, that show was kind of sketchy.
What do you mean?
I thought there was I think for some reason I seen like on TikTok or something like a thing they put, and I was like, that's not for kids. It's like a sexual innuendo.
Well, that's in a lot of like.
That's
Yeah, a lot of
children's
stuff.
stuff,
And
A lot of old stuff.
That's
Stuff
weird.
we used to watch.
Yeah, like even like looking back at like some I've seen like YouTube videos.
Mickey
where,
Mouse. What happened?
Like, what happened? The Dominican one.
Is it Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
happened?
that used to kill me, bro.
No, we used to do that all the time.
What happened? It's so bad.
It's so bad 'cause it's an inside joke. So nobody
Yeah,
else is
you
gonna
know
laugh.
what?
No one else is gonna laugh unless they've seen that video. Anyways. There's the other one, like there's one that me and him and Check It always laugh about, where it's like Bugs Bunny and he's like, yeah. And he's like being like a pervert. And we always say Check It look like that like that version of Bugs Bunny. I forgot what it's called. He's like, it's bad. I'm not gonna repeat it on here. It's like very sexual. It's like very sexual and bad. Anyways, but it's like a grimy scumbag. And he's like Elmer Fudd.
And he's like,
Yeah.
it stinks so good.
Yeah, that one. You're an idiot. He's gonna die. He survived cancer, but not this podcast.
Hey, you ever? I was gonna say it, but I can't. It's so bad.
Say it.
Do it.
Hey, you ever like flex that you like beat it?
Nah.
You
I
do
gotta
it
carry a trophy.
I beat cancer.
I
I
survived
be
it,
cancer
bro.
shirt.
Cancer.
I'm built
Me 100. Cancer 0. It's like City Boys. When they go City Boys.
City boys.
Up. The City Boys are up right now. He beat cancer.
You find out.
I would flex that shit. Not everybody can beat it, obviously.
Obviously,
What kind did you have?
I would have like couldn't be me.
Like a blood cancer.
So that's like a harder one.
Yeah,
that's like a tough one, right?
That's the
I
legit
guess.
ones.
I don't know. I haven't had
The
that one.
legit ones.
Like someone had like shin cancer. Like, come on, bro. Oh, cut it off.
Like what?
A shin cancer or something.
Shin cancer?
Oh, like some toe cancer or something. I'd be like, bro, come on, really?
Marley.
Oh, he had toe cancer, but he didn't die from that.
I don't know. I think so.
I feel like
Wait,
that's.
he had toe cancer?
I feel like
think
that
so.
might be a thing you said. Yeah.
Oh no!
You're right. I think you might be
I have
right.
heard something like
I've heard
that.
something like that.
Yeah.
I think he didn't want to get treated or something.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
spread.
Religion or some shit.
Oh no, I feel like that's tough. RP by Marty. I didn't mean to make fun of him.
Yeah, I remember there was this. So my dad had an old iPod when I was younger. The little square ones, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Both
yeah.
of
Azun?
I don't know what that's called.
Yeah,
But he had a bunch of.
You're fucking lame.
He had a bunch of music on it, and it was Bob Marley's song. And I had never understood. Like, I would always sing. There's this one song he has called "Kinky Reggae," and then, and then there's a little like verse in there that's like, "She had sugar all over her booga wooga."
What?
I used to always sing it. I never knew what it meant.
I still don't know what it means. What does it mean?
I don't know.
She had cocaine on her
I think
vagina?
it's cocaine. I don't know what booga wooga is.
Sugar in her booga wooga.
Yeah.
That sounds made up.
If it's offensive, bro, my bad.
Look it up.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Look
means.
up what's the
Nah, I have a story. Look,
What is booga wooga?
I have a story that I be flexing on people. Like, I don't think, did I ever tell a story about me choking on here?
Nah, you told me. You told me.
I told you.
I started laughing.
I told my students. This
Oh
story.
yeah, it's
You know what I'm talking about?
slang word for vagina that's completely unoffensive.
All right, cool.
So some cocaine on the vagina.
Shut that sweet
Yeah, I guess.
cocaine.
I used to sing that when I was like
Shit.
12.
Yeah, I sing a lot of bad things when I was a kid.
But yeah, that's true too.
Once I got in trouble for writing down Eminem lyrics in my notebook when I was like in 5th grade.
The one about his mom and
Bad
stuff.
boy.
No, it was like one about like sex stuff. It was like tits, this and that, blah blah.
You were like that on Superbad. You know that.
drawing dicks?
Drawing penises? Nah, I didn't draw that. Nah, I was never really an artist.
Louie was a Lil Wayne fanatic.
I
He was a groupie.
I was a Wayne head.
You were.
Yeah.
My dad was a Wayne head, and then that's how I got into like Lil Wayne through his little iPod.
Nah.
So I
But go back to the flexing your survivors. You know, yeah, you gotta flex a little bit. Like imagine like trying to think.
Look, I have
Imagine if you're like someone who'd survived 9/11 every day. I wear a shirt. I survived 9/11.
I was there.
Like cancer.
I made it out.
I was there.
Shit, not me though. Osama bin who? But nah, like what do you call it? So I have a story where I almost died. Like I was choking.
Like recently?
Like it was last year? No, 2 years ago.
No, yeah, I haven't heard this.
And so, okay, I'll tell the story. So, my job, my first year there, I worked on the 3rd floor
Yeah.
and of the school, so it's very isolated.
Yeah.
And so I had to go do some work. One day I came home, I had to do some planning for the next day, and I was just so tired. I went to sleep. I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep right now at 9 o'clock early or whatever. I'm gonna wake up super early. I'm gonna go to work an hour early, and I'll just do the lessons for that day before school starts. So I did that. Woke up early, 4 o'clock, whatever. Left the house at 5. And I was like, oh, I'm so early. I'm gonna stop and get breakfast. I got Chick-fil-A breakfast. And the little biscuit, you know what I'm saying? So I go to my classroom, and you know I'm like working on my computer. I'm eating my breakfast, and then like I don't know, like sometimes have you ever like been chewing food, and then like you involuntarily swallow it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that kind of helped. That kind of happened to me, but it was like a big chunk,
Big swallow.
and it was like the last like bit, like maybe like
Yeah.
you know the little 3 fingers on the last bit.
Yeah.
So and I was like, okay, so I felt to like go down, and when it got like stuck.
You did? Huh?
Oh yeah.
And so you guys are assholes. And so then like it like got stuck, and then kind of like I was gonna throw up.
You were gagging on it?
No, I didn't gag.
Oh, okay.
And
Fuck yes.
somehow that made
Where
it
you
worse.
going with this, bro?
Y'all making it like this. Y'all somehow made it worse. Nah, but so then like I'm like, man, like okay, I won't go. I can't swallow it. So then I tried. So I think like, okay, I'm gonna drink some water and like help it go down.
Yeah.
So I drank some water, some of my lemonade or whatever the fuck, and still wouldn't pass it. So I was like, oh shit. Like at that moment, I was like, oh man, like I'm choking.
Yeah.
So I was like holding my breath. Obviously, you know, you can't breathe. So I was like, man, like so I started like thinking like not to like. I feel like me staying calm saved my life.
Okay.
So then I was like, okay, what do I do? So I was like, in my head, I literally thought this. I was like,
Wait, this
okay.
whole time you're not breathing?
The whole time I'm like holding my breath.
Oh, dang.
And it's like, it was going fast, literally than when I'm explaining it. But
Yeah.
in my head, I was like, okay, do I get up and go get help? There's nobody in this fucking on this floor. So how long will I
The
last?
Heimlich gonna be hard to do.
And that's I gotta get the basketball coach, the tall motherfucker.
Who got the biggest wingspan?
They get 2 kids.
They link arms.
They link arms.
You guys are assholes. So,
That's your own family, brother.
so then I was thinking about it. I was like, man, what I do? So then I was like, there's nothing else I couldn't. So I got up, and as I was gonna walk out, I noticed that like my chair, like I was behind my chair, and I was like, oh, I can do the self Heimlich.
Yeah.
By like leaning over the chair and like pushing the back part of the chair into your like sternum or whatever.
Yeah.
So I did that. I was like lunged, like let myself like lean over the chair or whatever, and that shit just went popped out.
Dang.
And I was like,
wait, it flew out?
like it flew out.
Oh.
And I was like, damn. I was like, I had like a sore throat like the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, I didn't fucking eat it, bitch. Let me chew it up this time. Nah, and it wasn't even like a huge piece. Obviously, it was like
that big.
So I was like, I spit it. I was like, damn. I was like, man, like I could have really died. I was like, and then like it's funny because I'm real like chill, like he is, you know what I'm saying? Like he was talking about he made light of his situation. I was like, man, how embarrassing it would have been to have died at work and like at school and like my kids found me or whatever. And so that'd be so bad. And then like. It was just a funny thing to me, even in the moment, like right away.
Yeah.
I told all my students the story. I was like, I almost died today. But then I was like, I saved my own life, though. Who can say that? How many people can say that? They save their own life.
We got built the same.
I got that dog in me.
Oh my God, mister.
Hey, that's racist, bro. You're rude.
Mr. Ochoa. Mr. Ochoa.
My bad, bro. I didn't mean to attack your kid.
Hey, you were in those classes, bro?
I was in ESL.
They put me in ESL.
He was born here and he was in ESL.
I think they put me because I was Mexican. They're like, oh, that motherfucker don't know.
Yeah, there's a test like it's like a survey. It says like a home survey, and then there's one question on it. It says like, is your home language a language other than English? And if you put yes, you're almost automatically 100% gonna be in ESL classes.
Heck, I was in it for like a year.
Yeah, they put you in it, and then you gotta like test out.
I was in it for a year in one of the math classes.
Chelsea was in it in like elementary, like full immersion, like ESL.
Oh wow.
She didn't even speak Spanish that well. Like
me neither. I was like in 5th grade. I'm like, what am I doing here? It's like half English, half Spanish. The teacher's teaching it. I'm like, it's math, and I'm like,
math is yeah.
I'm like, no wonder I never really learned math. That's probably why.
Aren't you like an engineer or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
I got a calculator, bro.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Is it in Spanish? Is it put SAP?
Bro, back then I didn't have a phone, bro.
That's bad.
Yeah. Oh. Hold on.
Then you better get taken out by a Chick-fil-A biscuit.
I really was.
It was a Chick-fil-A biscuit.
Oh, yeah. Chick-fil-A spicy biscuit. I told my coworkers about it.
You should have told Chick-fil-A about it. They would have given you some like free food or something, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna just tell me, oh, you got a free lifetime membership to a church.
And that was God saving you.
That was God giving you a message. You stop being fucking fat, you piece of shit.
The Chick-fil-A managers be perverted.
The Chick-fil-A managers?
Yeah, like the dudes.
You know what's kind of weird? A Chick-fil-A managers always are gay.
Yeah,
I'll be like,
wait, I want to go. How do you know
yeah, that too.
How do you know
I feel like every Chick-fil-A I go to, like the manager is an older male that is like kind of real like.
Oh, real friendly with younger girls.
With the younger girls, or you know.
That's so weird, man.
Chris be telling me stories about that at his job.
I'd be like, bro.
What?
You said that there's a lot of there's some guys that are like real friendly with the younger girls.
Oh yeah.
Groomy.
Honestly, to be fair,
yeah, I've seen that a lot. Even like in past jobs, it's like, like they're like in a higher position, and like you kind of see like they get a little too friendly with the people.
A little back
like,
massages.
I just skip that part.
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, I never really had a job where I work with young people. And I work with kids.
Oh, kids.
No, but I think you're.
No, but before that,
like,
no, yeah, I don't work with them. I'm like in a position. Yeah. But no, when I worked in other jobs, I think almost all the jobs that I worked in were like 18 and up. And I was like 18, 19, 20. I never really worked in a job where I had a huge discrepancy in ages, difference in ages with someone. I think maybe when I was 16 and I worked in a place where like my boss was like, or assistant manager was like 29. I was a younger person at the time, but I never had the other one around. You know what I'm saying, I think when I worked in Baskin Robbins, one of the shift leaders, she was 17 or 18. Shut up.
What?
And I was like 19 or 20.
I wish I could have seen you like in your uniform.
Baskin Robbins?
You had a hat?
Hey, that shit was fly. First of all, I love Baskin Robbins. That was probably one of my favorite jobs not because of the ice cream, you fucking assholes, but because one, I could wear jeans, right, and I would never sweat in there.
It's really cold.
It's cold, so like as a big dude, sweating is tough.
You didn't have a towel?
Like, nah, I had a little towel right here. Like Drewski, we had a little hat to the side, a little towel right here. So like sweating is like it fucking sucks, right?
Yeah.
But because then you get like musty if you sweat for too long,
You get a little sweat spot in
or
the
you
back.
get like you have a certain smell to you. You just feel nasty, sticky, whatever it is. So in that place, man, I was like 19, 20. I was like 19. It was before I broke my ankle.
Yeah.
So I was like 18, 19. And so I would go there and then I would go out like right after work. Like I wouldn't have to go home and change or shower or anything because I go up there, work like a little 4 or 6 hour shift because it was like part time. And it'd be cold and I can wear jeans and like any color, any shirt I can wear. I can wear like any shirt underneath because I would wear like an apron.
Yeah.
And even if I didn't want to wear that shirt that I wore all day at work, I could just change it.
Yeah.
So it was like cool as fuck. I like that though.
I guess
And I did have a little hat.
You
I
like
had a
all the
little hat
flavors?
and an apron. And I was the only dude that worked there.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Pimping them hoes.
There was a girl there who was like 24, so I guess that was a big age gap.
Not too crazy.
That's like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And 6 years is a big age gap.
Oh, that's true.
And the person's 18, like I was 18.
Oh, I think you said you were 20.
No, I was 18, 19 when I worked
Yeah,
there.
that is a big age gap.
But yeah, I never worked in a job like that. I worked in a job when I worked at Fry's. There was people who were 18, but the crazy part was that like there was one girl, she was 18 and it was her first job ever, and I was like 21, 22, and I was like, this is like my 6th job, bro. Like I get a job every year.
I'm out here.
For
What
like
was your
14.
first job?
Mine?
Yeah.
Well, I worked with my dad, but that was the first time I ever worked and got paid. When I worked with my dad, I was like 14. But when I worked at Sonic, it was like my first like on my social
On the
security.
skates?
No, bitch, it was in the mall. It was in the mall, so I was basically just a cashier.
Yeah.
So I would just ring people up and then hand them their food. That was it. I didn't cook or anything.
Yeah, Heelys.
No, Heelys are lit, but I never had any.
I want a pair of Heelys.
You ever heard of Heelys?
Yeah,
Hey.
I remember like they were kind of popular when I was like in 5th grade. That's like when they were like spiked. Everybody had them, and in our school they had to like implement like
A rule, yeah, a rule like no Heelys.
No skating around.
No skating in school. You had a whole Footloose party. People were skating.
I remember I snuck some in. I was like, put my wheels in.
Come on, put my wheels in real quick. You're at lunch like this. Sliding, gliding in that thing. Just gliding. Everyone's like, look, who the fuck is this guy? That's Chris. That's Healy
that
Chris.
was funny. I did own a pair. That was funny.
You ever wore some Healy?
Nah.
Mose would have
What
snapped.
was your first job? it would have gone.
Number
Broke checked your
number
ass.
rim, just like sparks flying.
That was sparks flying? What was your first job?
Probably
Rapper.
Rapper. No, I was probably I worked at like a furniture store, I think.
Your
The
first,
dump-
how old were you?
The dump. I was already old.
Oh, you were like
Like
18?
30.
It was last year.
Last
First job.
year.
I've been living out them cancer as a side chick.
Last year I was like 18 or some shit. My homie got me that job. But the dude's name was Tom Brady.
What?
So he always had a joke. Oh, but like not the quarterback. I was like,
Shut your bitch ass up.
Corny.
corny ass dude. It was so boring, dude. Like it was like
What did you do there?
I think it was
Move
like
stuff?
what's that, security? What's it called?
Loss prevention?
Loss prevention.
Hey, you were stealing shit from there?
No, they were just like
Giles leaving with a bed frame?
big ass base frame.
Nah, that's kind of old for being a Mexican.
Yeah, I didn't work there when I was in high school.
But you worked with your dad before.
Yeah, but I mean that was like regular child.
You
labor.
never got, he was child labor, you never got paid?
Yeah, but I mean nothing like.
Nah, my shit was a legit job. My dad was like, you're gonna get paid by check. No, I wasn't getting paid by check. I was getting paid cash. That's illegal.
I only had that for like one summer. I went to work with my dad. Paid me $100 a day.
Yeah.
Damn.
Was not worth
You
it.
get paid good.
You can pay good. I was 24 years old getting paid 120 from my dad. No, 110.
Bruh, it would be like waking up at 5 a.m., leaving at 8 p.m.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
I
like,
did it for 10 years.
No, I'm saying like that ain't worth it.
That ain't worth it, yeah.
I know. I did it when I first worked for him. It was in the summertime. It was I was 14. I was going into high school, and I probably made like $1,000 in the summer. But I was gonna pay $60 a day, and I was doing like hard labor. Like when I was fucking 14, I was like a grown size man. I was like 180, 200, about my same height now. So like at that size, I could do some good amount of physical labor. And my dad took. I was an ox. I was a strong
Stud.
And my dad was putting my ass to work. Like he would just drop me and my cousin off. And my cousin was a dumbass. Like he'd fuck around. He'd go smoke weed and shit.
Yeah.
And then I listen to the podcast maybe. I don't know. No, I'm not saying
he
his.
does.
I'm not saying his name.
He does.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Okay, never mind.
You don't know him, so maybe not.
Okay.
But
I think I know what you're talking about.
he'll drop us off, and then like we'd be like, all right, do this job. My dad would just leave. I'd be like, bro, we don't got no water, no, like we don't have to go. If I was hungry, I had to like wait for him to like come back and shit. It was bad. And then like it'd be like doing shit where there's like no shade in the sun in the summer in Texas or in Houston.
Yeah.
So it was bad. I was getting paid $60. Ever since then, if I didn't have a job, I would go do that.
Yeah. That like summer that I did was like, it was cool and all because I made a lot of money, but never went back.
Like before that, I would do it like when I would not get paid. But I was in like, when I was a kid, like 10 years old, I'd be with my dad working. And I'd be like doing like little like helper shit.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't pay me or anything.
That lunch though.
But he also wouldn't be like,
Take out the
lunch?
but also like if I wanted
Think about the lunch?
but also if I wanted to go sit in the truck for like an hour, he wouldn't say shit.
Yeah, that's
You
how
know
it
what I'm
was
saying?
with me too.
It was kind of like, and I'll be there. I'll be taping, floating and shit. I'll be leaving the job like covered in like fucking in compound, mud compound, and I'm like, and I wouldn't even have done shit. But when I was like 14, that's when I was like really, really, really put to work. But how long? We used to do like cement. That shit's hard, no?
Cement's hard.
Oh yeah, dang.
I used to do cement,
Cement's real hard.
but you didn't really do it.
I didn't do it. I
No?
see them guys look like it.
You
was
be
hard,
watching
though.
it. You be bringing the materials.
Nah, I'll be with the. You know how it has a shoot.
Yeah, you be holding it. You just be holding it. Was it like a video game to you?
Hey, you missed a spot.
I could you down with the boss, huh?
Yeah.
But that was a boss and he was an asshole. He would like go out of his way to make sure that I was not like not treated extra like what do you call it? What's it
You're
called?
like, you've done this my whole life.
I was like, bro, give me some kind of favorites.
You know that.
You're not my dad. Nah, it was rough. That's why I got an education. And all them dudes, old heads would be on the site, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're so and so's son, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, you go to school? Because I would work like when I was in school, I would go like, say if I went to school Monday, Wednesday, I would work Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're in college, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Yeah, stay in school." I was like, "Yeah, I fucking know. It's just fucking hard, bro." Like, bro, I'm already overweight. I'm already sweating.
You're not gonna make it.
Yeah, it was tough.
All right. Well, it is getting late. We had to wrap it up. Don't forget to follow the podcast at NP_podcast_ on Instagram and on Twitter at NP_podcast, where you can see all the updates of future episodes. We have a cool lined up episode coming up after this one for our 101st kick off the new 100. We have a couple fun guests on there. That's really nice. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me, Gerardo.
Appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the 100th podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have a little guest. It was heavy. The podcast was heavy.
Heavy.
Like YouTube's gonna be like, yeah, we don't support this. We can't support the amount of information being processed right here.
Yeah.
No,
well, yeah. We see you guys next time.
All right.
Peace out.
Do the hentai one.
Hente?
Oh, what was it? I don't know.
I corrected it because I know what it is.
Hentai.